Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert programs, please contact 080-688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Orbit. My name is Afa Cho. Salifu Usman is also in the studio with me. Salifu,
Thank you.
welcome to Sports Orbit.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Of course, on today's edition of the program, we'll begin straight from the All African Games. Of course, the games begins officially tomorrow, but the some events have already begun, especially table tennis and other games, and the likes of Aruna Quadri so far and Edem have so far won medals. Aruna, although unfortunately lost the final, but ended up with the silver medal, while for Edem, she ended up winning the bronze medal. Well, not a bad start if you ask me for Team Nigeria at the All Africa Games so far.
Yeah, a good start before the official kickoff of the game, and you're already having the medal, already on the medal table. Although I would have, though I'm not too impressed with Aruna performance losing the final, because you are talking about at African level, at African game, expectation would have been a gold medal, but sometimes things may not work on your way. But however, we congratulate teams and commend him for his effort in being the country proud. By finish second, winning the silver medal for Nigeria.
Of course, I mean, like you rightly said, games begin officially, like you said rightly, for Quadri. You expect that someone who had competed at the highest level,
and be the
exactly.
Africa highest ranking tennis player. The least would have been expected is a good medal. But, unfortunately, maybe only God knows what happened. But getting to the final and lost the final, it happens sometimes. Even in the football, even in the boxing ring, the best person may not even win sometimes. Not that it's not good enough, but sometimes certain factors or certain didn't go on his way. Also, sometimes in sport, some certain hours or some days are not your days. I just believe that it was not a common day yesterday, and that is why he eventually lost the final.
Of course, for the games, the women, like I said, Offiong Edem won bronze medal in the women's singles after losing to Egypt. Dina Mashreb 0-4 in the women's singles semi-final match. The five-time All-African Games champion attributed her performance to the last World Championships in Korea. She said, "I'm so happy that we were able to attend the last World Championships in Korea, and this really helped my game a lot. I want to thank the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation for their support, and I believe attending such a competition really helped me." Well, congratulations to her also. Well, as the games begin proper tomorrow, we can only hope that Team Nigeria will bring in more medals. Now, of course, for captain of the Nigerian wrestling team, that's Olympic silver medalist Blessing Doboro Dudu, has hinted of her desire to make Nigeria proud with her performance at the All Africa Games in Ghana. The Nigerian Federation departed Yenagoa, where they camped ahead of the African Games, where they arrived. Actually, it was confirmed they arrived Ghana yesterday. And I mean, just like in many outings, apart from the All Africa Games, Olympics, a lot of times there's always a high expectation, especially for our wrestlers. And a lot of times, one way or the other, they seem never to disappoint.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Looking at the wrestlers, and particularly the number of wrestlers in the two person of the rest of the pool, Odunaye and the rest. And if you are talking about Africa game, like for example, who surprisingly give Nigeria a silver medal at the Tokyo Olympic, when the most expectation was on Odunaye. And for Bresno Video, and if you look at it, if you recall at the Birmingham game, also get a gold medal for Nigeria. So if you come to Africa, I'm not trying to downgrade the Africa game. What I'm trying to say is that a person who have won medal at the high peak of the global stage of the game coming to the continent should just be like a pushover, or I don't see anybody to stop her from getting a goal for Nigeria. Because Uburu in particular has always been, when it comes to Africa, on the continental level, dominating the scene, dominating her category of wrestling, and I'm not expecting anything less going to this All Africa game. And other can compare to her teammate in the wrestling team.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, like you rightly said, and of course, I think one factor that's played worked in the favor of the wrestling team, having someone like Daniel Igali, who has been in charge of the federation for a while, and deservedly so. I mean, he too, when it comes to wrestling, we all know his pedigree, though not for Nigeria, but I mean, his pedigree is never in doubt, and you can see how much he has done for the federation and for Nigerian wrestling in general.
Yeah, one thing, just like you say, one thing that is going well for the wrestling team. They say sometimes people in the local parliament say, he who wears shoes know where he pitches his. And when you that have wear the shoe before and know what it takes to win a medal, and if you are in shy, obviously you tend to do and to give what the athlete needs to get to get to the top level, And just like say, even though the history of Igali is not for Nigeria. He competed for the Canada and won the gold medal for Canada. But I'm sure he's regretting his action that he has to give that gold medal to the Canada. But ever since he come back home and taking the shadow of responsibility, he felt that yes, I have betrayed this country and I needed to give it back to the country. And he has, actually, to me, he has done best in giving back to the country. He has done so much for the country. And one other thing that is also good for all and good for all, having me as a sport commissioner in Bayelsa State is also an additional advantage. Because that gave him in a better shoe and a position to discuss with the governor, communicate with the governor, and not disappointing. The governor of Bayelsa State has been very supportive when it comes to wrestling. And that is why oftentimes you always see the Nigerian wrestler camping in Bayelsa and Yenagoa ahead of any of the event, not on the bill of the national sport, not on the bill of the federal government, but on the bill of the Bayelsa State government, courtesy of the Igali relationship, the guy as a commissioner of sport in Bayelsa State, and also we give kudos to the governor. D.O.3 has always been the supporter, and with all the other state governor. Yes, one thing that I recall during the era of Patrick Ikeji as the DG of the National Sports Commission. There was one event here. We attended one event. I was privileged to be at that event, and it was also the governor that yes, every state should be able to identify one sport do you think we have comparative advantage on this sport, and focus on that sport. If every state can identify one sport or the other, and all of us must not be football or a football state, all of us must not be athletic state, one state or the other, at least either by factors of the environmental factor or by weather, there are some particular athletes that the youth or the people, the residents of that area will particularly be belong to. So, and we can see clearly that yes, Bayelsa State, only God knows why it has returned to be a wrestling zone, that we are going to produce most of the wrestlers from Bayelsa State. And at the same time, I also believe that if the Bayelsa State go further, we can also produce several streamers that can also go on and do this country proud. So Ikeji, like I was saying, Ikeji was also the state government then, particularly at that time, the current Senate president, Akpabio was the then governor of Akwa Ibom State, and he was telling him particularly that he knew that within Akwa Ibom should be able to produce a lot of boxers. That His Excellency, if you can be able to channel your contribution to everything into the ball and develop balls in Nigeria, only God knows how many balls are going to produce in the state. So, if just like the way the Bayelsa is doing, supporting the rest, if every other state governor should look at one sport or the other. For instance, if Para State could be able to invest in a game like badminton and squash, we'll be able to have, because several of the athletes I've seen coming doing well now. I always compare Para State and the badminton. So every state to identify one sport and looking at the other to support that particular sport and develop sources sport.
Very well. All right, let's go into some football matters now, where former Super Eagles head coach Jose Pesero has addressed the importance of unwavering support for the Nigerian Super Eagles despite his departure from the coaching season. Pesero, who officially stepped down from his role last week after the expiration of his contract, posted on his social media handle and expressed gratitude specifically to the Nigerian media for their continued support of the team and underlined the vital role of fan support plays in the success of the Super Eagles. Well, good one coming from him, but as it stands, we still don't know the status of, what the NFF is saying. Yes, contract has ended. We don't know if the NFF are ready to call him back for talks. But for Pesero, well, he's saying he has expressed his gratitude, especially to Nigerian media. And surprisingly, I think during the week, watching a sports program, an analyst, there's one fact he noticed. He said one thing he appreciates Pesero for is that he said during his time as head coach, that one thing he said Pesero never did is, in spite of some small squabbles he had with the Federation, Pesero never
Come on, public.
went public to the media. We understand how Gennaro went about it. He went about his job, did his job quietly without,
As if nothing,
as if nothing happened.
happened.
And when he said that, I said, actually, the man showed some level of maturity. And I think I
He
appreciate
never
him for
complained. He
at
never complained that
all,
he's being owed
at
anyone.
all. Just went about doing his job.
And even I'm sorry, even surprised that he's commending the media and
Exactly.
And sometimes when you feel that you wrong something and the person that feel you wrong him and then say, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I think it's not moral on you to say, okay, oh, these are that's all I don't do.
Exactly.
He's feeling sorry. Like person like rightly say, even though sometimes when he was taking over the radio, when he whole lot of us, including myself, never believed that he has what it takes to end that job, and we thought that that job was given to him not just on merit or on some certain circumstances that best known to the then president of Nigeria to work for Richard. But that's why other criticism, and that's why he was not doing well. He was the team is not playing to the satisfaction of Nigeria, and he never come out to attack anybody. And that's why whatever accused him, he take it in good faith. I recall when we lost to Guinea-Bissau at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja here. And we confronted him. How can you imagine a country that is less than the 2 million people, that is even less than the Yobe state in Nigeria, will just come all the way to come to the national stadium, and with the address of staff we have in the Super Eagles, we can't even make a particular journal asking that we can't even mention a particular player from Benin that can record with any of the players we have in the national team, and yet we struggle, and today we have to lose this man. And he said, well, sometimes football, he answered in a good way, not be arrogant in replying shots at actors. But I'm just alluded to you, and I agree with what you are saying, that he has always become showman. He's always shown maturity in this job. But another thing is that ever since he posted on his Twitter handle that his contract has expired and he has to leave, the Nigerian Football Federation, because we discussed over anything, have kept quiet.
Exactly.
Even though they even some of the questions, some of us throw at them what's happening, they never reply. Exactly. They just keep quiet. They are yet still keep quiet. That they give. I don't know how many times you need to keep quiet before you communicate to Nigeria. We are not just talking of your personal issue. We are talking of the national issue here, because the Super Eagles team is a national issue. And we are in a situation. Very soon, I think the World Cup qualifier will start soon.
I think there's an AFCON qualifier supposed to be for starting this month.
After qualifying. So we have a lot of whole lot of programs on their hand, and now we are now without a coach, and you say there's no time on you.
This is almost the same Randy Waldrum situation.
Yes,
exactly. First of all, for Pesero, you said we are giving you a target of at least semi-final, which he achieved. Now competition has ended. I recall when the competition ended initially, the minister, John Eno, had said initially that we are going to sit with Pesero to discuss possibility of a new contract. Till today, the minister is yet to respond. NFF are not saying anything. But Pesero, he being a gentleman, acknowledged that, look, you said at the end of the tournament, my contract expires. If there will be anything, we'll sit and renegotiate. And he has admitted that look, I've left my role, my contract has expired. It's left for NFF as a responsible body to come out and say, okay, yes, his contract has expired, but we might resume talks with him, or we are discussing, or we want to go completely for a new coach. Exactly. So don't come out and say,
just like you say, as a Pesero as a responsible person,
Yeah.
and NFL as a responsible organization,
Exactly.
ought to have acted in a responsible
Manner, yeah.
manner, which up to today they have not. They have not. Even they should have even wait for Pesero to say that my contract has expired.
Exactly.
They would have even said, okay, the contract with the coach has ended, but however, we are discussing.
Yes.
And if you are not discussing, you wish him goodwill, and you are looking for a new coach. You are
Exactly.
part the position,
Simple.
and let another new coach happen. Now you say, Baba take over, and at the end of the day, just like one former national deputy vice chairman of the Swan say, now you say, Baba take over.
Yes.
Very soon now we begin to say Baba leading the team to a national match,
Yeah.
and by the time it crumble, we now begin to find it.
Exactly.
So we always wait. I don't know what we always wait till tomorrow to take a decision that ought to be taken. Okay, it's time,
urgently.
and that's our problem.
All right, we'll go on a break. When we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
Be part of our brand. Leadership for God and country.
All right, welcome back from that break. It's still Sports Orbit now to some CAF Confederation Cup news where, of course, Rivers United will know their next foes on March 12 when the draws will be held, and it is likely that Rivers United from the pairings will likely come against a North African side, which have always been our nemesis when it comes to continental championships.
Well, well, I don't know why we have this. Always have this inferior tag or inferior complex to when it comes to club competitions and then the North African team. Not that the North Africa are too national, but they are too special. But the one thing that is very certain that they have organized league.
Exactly.
What they have here.
Yeah.
We can't dispute, we can't argue that one. So the North African countries, all of them have organized league compared to what we have here. Their league is superb in terms of facilities, in terms of everything. So and in terms of even club management, the club in those countries are well managed compared to what we have here. I know the player welfare and everything.
Well, everything.
You can't compare you can't compare to here. And sometimes even the club, if they want to fly to Nigeria, they fly with their own chartered flight.
Yeah.
Unlike us, we have to book a flight ticket. So not that, let me just hope that in a football competition, so you don't go to a war and begin to shoot an opening. As far as you make up your mind to go to a war, you should be ready to fight anybody that come your way. Don't come your way. So I don't expect we are not expecting River United to begin to choose who to meet or not who to meet, and for you to be a champion, you must be ready to fight anyway. So the only thing I wish River United is that may God give them a favorable draw, and may God also give them the strength to be able to water the storm and progress in the competition.
Of course, they will be meeting either USM Algiers of Algeria, Zamalek of Egypt, or RS Berkane in the quarter final. Hopefully, let's see how.
And you can see that the North African dominated
exactly. Yes, completely.
The quarterfinalists.
Yeah. All right. To some local football now. We'll take a look at some NPFL fixtures for tomorrow and this weekend. As the panel, yes, and here they are. It will be Bendel Insurance hosting Gombe United. Heartland will travel to Katsina United. Rivers United will, of course, should be in action, yes, this weekend against Kano Pillars. There should be a clash to look out for. Bayelsa United, Niger Tornadoes. Plateau United will be in the southwest rather, to face Sunshine Stars. Aba Warriors will welcome league leaders Lobby Stars. Enugu Rangers host Kwara United. Sporting Lagos, that will be a southwest derby hosting Remo Stars, Eimba versus Doma United, while Shooting Stars will be up against Aqua United in Ibadan. Salifu, looking at these matches, Rivers United Canopilla should be an interesting one to look out for.
Yeah, obviously that's an interesting match to look out for, and it's going to be the class of the Titans.
Yeah.
River United still swimming on the still swimming in the euphoria of their qualifications the quarterfinal of Africa, quarterfinal of the Confederations Cup. Will now want to maintain their winning momentum, and at the same time using Canopilla to also prepare for the knockout stage of the competition.
Exactly.
And for Canopilla, if you recall, Canopilla has been in recent time have turned to the Arsenal, the new Arsenal in the Nigerian Premier League. Just like Arsenal is scoring many goals, Canopilla has also begun to scoring many goals against any opponent that come on their way. So I hope that River United will not fall one of their big teams and they consider as many goals as they begin to firing from hospital. But obviously, it's going to be a very tough match for the two sides. But if you're looking at the pedigree of the two sides, obviously, you expected if you have to ask who may likely to be the winner. And with the home advantage, I think River United stand on a good footing to get the result. But Canopilla, they call them the same as Sugita. And at the same time, Canopilla never mind either they are playing at all or playing away. So it's going to be an interesting title for Oshato. And if I'm the organizer of the Nigerian Professional League, these are the kind of match to use as a star match, and these are the kind of match you need to showcase it. To showcase it to the agreements of the televisions and let the people, the whole world see the beauty of the Nigerian Premier League. And another match to also watch out to, in my own view, it is also the clash between Enyimba and Doma United. If you look at people may ask, what is Doma United? But if you look at Doma United, since they get promotion to the Premier League, has also been a surprise team. Sometimes where you don't ever expect them, they will just shock you. And so Enyimba United should not. If they were at Doma United at their own stadium, they will be doing so at their own period. And like the South Shooting Star versus Aqua United, well, it's going to be an interesting one also. But another interesting match, like you say, is a Southwest derby between Sporting Lagos and the most like just the neighboring state, the neighboring team, just to cross from Ogun State and then to Lagos. And both fans of the two sides can obviously afford to be where they want to play and then watch the match interestingly.
All right, let's go to Europe now, where yesterday we saw some UEFA Champions League matches. Second leg of the second round, some teams have already booked their ticket to the quarterfinal. Of course, on Tuesday, Bayern, of course, come returning back to winning ways 3-0. It was against Lazio 3-1 on aggregate. And in the other match, PSG also won that one 2-1 against Real Sociedad, also booking their place in the last 8. Then yesterday, it was a 1-1 draw, Madrid versus RB Leipzig, but notwithstanding, Madrid went through 2-1 on aggregate, while for champions, Man City 3-1, it was against FC Copenhagen, winning 3-6-2 on aggregate. Man City marching on to the quarterfinal of the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not disappointed with the teams that have progressed to the quarterfinals.
Expectedly,
Bayern is very expected.
PSG, Madrid.
PSG expected, Madrid expected, and then Man City expected. And that is clearly to be true that we are going to have a very tough quarterfinal period. Because if you look at these 4 teams that are already making progress, while the remaining 4 are waiting, let's probably Arsenal will be one of those two. Arsenal have a strong hurdle to cross against Porto. But for Bayern, it was a sweet victory. But yesterday, if it was Madrid, they have to sweat it. They have to sweat it through to be able to silence the German side, the Leipzig, to progress to the quarterfinal. When in the first leg, and then Madrid have one goal advantage in the first leg, and when they thought if you look at the Madrid play yesterday, probably, I don't know what was terribly wrong. The Madrid players, most of them didn't come to the party, as Wale will normally say, but they struggled all through, but luckily for them, Vinicius was able to create the chances for them, and they get a goal. But before they know that they get the goal, and hoping that they have to rest, Leipzig equalize, and the Madrid have to struggle through to ensure that they hold on to their early first, the 1-0 beat from the first leg to end the match 2-1 on aggregate. So it was a narrow escape for Madrid yesterday, but for Man City, it was a commanding victory. After the first leg with the 4-1 thrashing, yesterday again 3-1 they scored the first leg 3-1 thrash, and they repeated this by the same scoreline yesterday 3-1 again. So and if you look at that, a whole lot of people are beginning to say, even I was writing on one tab today, and when former Manchester United legend Ferdinand has also said that Man City appear to likely to retain the Champions League title, but there's one thing that is very specific, that is very has become a tradition in the Champions League. Apart from the Zidane eras of Madrid, who were able to win that title back-to-back 3 times, it has always been difficult for anything to defend the Champions League title. Yes, Madrid have all Man City have everything, all the things, and they appear to have the strength. But let's see how it's going to pan out. But whether they're going to defend this title is still a long way to say it here.
All right, round 2, another competition. That's the Europa League. Some matches will be on today. For the Europa League, if we have it, let's take a look at it. Of course, it will be
Atlanta's guy was on.
Yes, exactly.
Was actually 3 yesterday, but it ended 1-1 for them. So that's the first leg. So they carry one goal advantage going to the second leg at home, and we hope that Lukman and his teammate will be able to get the job done in the third leg.
Of course, and Liverpool will be in action against Sparta Praha, while Roma will host English side Brighton. Karabag will be at home to Leverkusen, while Marseille will take on Spanish side Villarreal. Benfica will be up against Scottish side Rangers, while West Ham will be at German side Freiburg. For Milan, they will host Slavia Praha in the round of 16 later tonight.
Milan is one of the teams that dropped from the Champions League down to the Europa League. And, well, let's see how it's going to be. One thing that is not totally amazing in the Europa Cup is the kind of name you hear.
Exactly.
So sometimes the Europa League is going to be a very tough time, because most of those clubs are not too very known. And, because it's the second tier of the Europa League competition. Exactly. So anybody you see all forms of name there. But it's going to be an interesting side. But for me, the match that stand out from this match, and which the names are very familiar, is Marseille Villarreal. It's going to be an interesting tie to watch out.
Same for Roma Brighton too.
Yeah, Roma Brighton. Yes, that's interesting. Roma Brighton for English fan, and then even for Italian fan. Roma Brighton is going to be interesting, and Roma who sacked their coach Mourinho. Let's see how the new coach is going to do. Their Roma legend who has given the job to go ahead with the job. And for Liverpool fans too, Liverpool are already bragging that they are going to win the Scotland this year. Having the Calico in their pocket, and they are also looking up to the Europa League as one of the titles that they may likely going to use it to send off the club.
All right, finally, before we leave, we'll take a look at EPL fixtures this weekend. Interesting matchups will be coming up this weekend. Also, of course, the one everybody is looking out for will be Man City. Top of the table clash completely. A lot of people feel this game will have a long way in determining how the season ends. Man City will be up against Liverpool at Anfield. That's the match that everybody is looking out for. Interesting one is going to be in that one. But I mean, Man City against Liverpool. Even before that Man United match, people were already talking about this match. Liverpool. For Man City, a win in this one will take them straight to the top, but a draw will still, the status quo will be maintained. But a win for Liverpool will enable, pull them further apart from Man City.
Yeah, just like say, the outcome of this match is going to determine when the league will switch to at the end of the season. Because for the two sides, both the coach and the players, is the match that it's appear that all their life or everything depend on this match. And everybody want to give it all. Even Guardiola, this match is even more important to him than the Champions League against Copenhagen yesterday. Though he has won the Premier League back-to-back several times, but if they must progress, the outcome of this one will determine. But if they lose this match, that will drop them 4-point drip of Liverpool. And if they win, that will take them 2 points ahead of Liverpool. But if you ask me, I'm praying for them for both. A draw will be good for two of them.
Yeah, a draw will be good for two of them, but
Probably Arsenal win, Arsenal can go up.
well, looking at these other fixtures, of course, United will hope to return to winning ways against against Everton. Bournemouth up against Sheffield, then Crystal Palace against Luton Town. It will be Wolverhampton against Fulham, Arsenal versus Brentford. That should be a tricky one. Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur. That should be another match to look out for. Brighton versus Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Burnley, like we said, Liverpool, Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea, Newcastle should be another very, very interesting encounter in that one.
Yes, obviously they are very interesting match to watch out for this weekend. Just like you say, Arsenal Brentford is going to be a very tricky one for Arsenal. So Arsenal has to be very careful.
Because that's actually a London derby.
Yes, if you not turn to a banana peel for them before the big boys. I call them the big boys because they are two of them are ahead of you before the clash on Sunday. So Arsenal need to take advantage of this match, go up before they clash, and whatever the outcome of the result, you can be guaranteed that you are still closer to the table. So and at the same time, and also Everton, Manchester United is always, if you look at it, yes, Everton and Manchester United have a history, though in terms of head to head. Manchester United standing tall against Everton, but anytime these two sides are going to come to me, it's always be a class to watch out for. And for Chelsea, Newcastle, as like you rightly say, it's going to be another tough match. So if you tag that this weekend Sunday as a super Sunday, absolutely you are not going to be wrong, because it's going to be a very tough match for this 2 years on Sunday.
Well, because same for Villa's Hotspur will be a fight for who consolidates on the top four also.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be looking out for these matches during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and hopefully we'll give you updates of these matches when we return on our next edition of the program. That's our package on today's edition of the program. Until we return next week, do have a wonderful time out there. Sanfu, thank you for being in the studio today. Well, do have a lovely weekend. My name is Afa Acho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last